All right, let's go ahead and look at our I can statement. I can tell what happened and why. So, readers, we have been looking at a story using Jacob's ladder. Do you remember the story that we have been reading? What story was that? Do you remember? You're right, the Gingerbread Girl. So yesterday we looked at the Gingerbread Girl together. And yesterday we were figuring out what happened at the beginning, middle, and end. And we used first, then next, and last to sequence the story, The Gingerbread Girl. For today, we're going to be doing this I can statement. I can tell what happened and why. So I want us to think about this story, The Gingerbread Girl. Do you remember what happened? What happened in this story? Pause the video and share some things that you remember about the Gingerbread Girl. So, now for today, we are going to be continuing using Jacob's ladder. But for today, what we're going to be doing is we still will show I can talk with my friends to help me to understand the story better. And we're going to show that we are a communicator. When we are communicating, we're going to do this in many ways. One of the ways we're going to do this is I listen and ask questions so I can understand. So we're going to be a good listener and ask questions to help us understand. I speak so others can understand me. So you will be sharing ideas and speaking so the class family can understand you. Another way we're going to be a good communicator is I write to share my ideas. So you will be writing, and there's some special things you're going to be needing for that. You will need crayons, pencil, and paper. So we're going to show that we are a good communicator today. Today, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be learning about cause and effect. I wonder what that means. Cause and effect. Do you know? I wonder. Pause the video and think about it. So cause is the reason why something happens. For example, you may go outside and you play in the mud. If that is the cause, the effect is what happens. So if you were playing in the mud, and let's say you got all dirty, the effect is you take a bath. So today we are going to be talking about cause and effect, but we are going to be looking back at the story, The Gingerbread Girl. So I have a question for you. Are you ready? Okay, so if the cause is this part here, this happened last in the story. Look, do you remember this part? What do you see? Pause the video and share what you see. So the cause is the gingerbread girl pulls off a piece of her licorice hair. Do you remember that? She pulled off the piece of the licorice hair. I wonder what the effect is. What happens? She pulled off the piece of the licorice hair, and then what happened? What's the effect? The gingerbread girl pulls off a piece of her licorice hair. Remember when she's riding on the fox? And then what happened? What's the effect? Pause the video and talk about it. Okay, so what you're going to do right now is you need to get a couple of things. You will need paper, pencil, and crayons. And here's what you're going to do. Draw a picture of what happened after the gingerbread girl pulls off a piece of her licorice hair. So at this time, you need to be drawing a picture. You should have your pencil, paper, and crayons. Draw a picture to show what happened after the gingerbread girl pulls off a piece of her licorice hair. All right, go ahead and continue your drawings, and in a little bit we're going to be sharing our drawings with each other, and make sure, think about it. The gingerbread girl pulled off a piece of her licorice hair. Remember when she's riding the fox? Okay, draw your picture. All right. So our I can statement today is I can tell what happened and why. And we were looking at the story, The Gingerbread Girl.